Namaste and welcome to this episode of the Thursday Thoughts. Yesterday was 4th May 2022. It was the 254th birth anniversary of the religious poet and Carnatic exponent, Tyagaraja. Today is 5th May 2022 and it is the 203rd birth anniversary of the great political thinker Karl Marx. Let's remind ourselves of the two Karl Marx famous quotations. The first one, from each according to their abilities, to each according to their needs. What an altruistic concept was that. And the second one, experience praises the most happy, the one who made the most people happy. Awesome, isn't it? But today we are going to discuss something totally different from the religious or the political system of the world. And now we are going to discuss on some milestone that India has achieved on Monday, that is the 2nd of May 2022, just 3 days ago. And I'm sure that it would make all the Indians proud and happy. Yes, on Monday, India recorded its 100th. Yes, India had hit a century. It is the 100th unicorn in the form of the neo-banking startup Open. And that is a marvelous achievement for India's startup ecosystem. What is a unicorn? Let's just discuss. I'm talking about the term unicorn. Unicorn is a mythical creature, yes, that has been described since antiquity as a beast with a single large pointed spiraling horn projecting from its forehead. I have absolutely no idea how the horn became corn in unicorn. Yes. Recently, there was a lot of buzz around unicorn in the financial world, especially in India. Yes. On Monday the 2nd, we have discussed 2022. India Incorporated hit a century of unicorns. Now, what is this unicorn that we are going to discuss today? In the world of biz, that is business, the buzzword unicorn is a privately held startup company valued at over 1 billion US dollars. The term unicorn was first popularized in the year 2013, it's a recent one, by venture capitalist Aileen Lee, choosing the mythical animal to represent that statistical rarity of such successful venture. According to the CB Insights of USA, there were more than 803 unicorns as on August 2021, and by now it must be touching 1,000 if I'm not overestimating the numbers. The largest unicorns include ByteDance, SpaceX, Stripe, and I'm sure you would have heard at least one of these. There are now more than 30 unicorns with over 10 billion US dollars valuation in the world, including the large ones like what we have discussed, the SpaceX, GoTo, JNT Express, Stripe, and Klarna. Now they have been named Decacorn. Yes, Deca meaning $10 billion. Now let us see the Indian unicorn scenario. Okay. On Monday the 2nd, we have discussed the beginning of this week, 2022, India Incorporated hit a century of unicorns. It makes a new milestone for the India's startup economy or ecosystem. India had its first unicorn. Can you guess which year? Yes, it was in 2011, namely InMobi in the year 2011. And in 11 years down the line, we have achieved 100, a tremendous milestone at that. A whopping 44 unicorns in 2021, that is the previous calendar year. So 100 was within touching distance away for the Indian startup ecosystem. PM Sri Narendra Modi ji, while addressing entrepreneurs in his recent Europe tour, has invoked the term FOMO, the popular social media term for the fear of missing out, FOMO, used for those who aren't investing in India would certainly miss out. Yes, buck up, businessmen all over the world. India is your destination. The new banking fintech portal Open, we discussed, raised fresh capital to push up its value over $1 billion. The 5-year-old Bengaluru based new bank raised 50 million US dollars in a Series D funding round from IIFL, Singaporean state holding company, Temasek, American investment firm Tiger Global, another Indian firm 314 Capital, that helped its capital to cross $1 billion. Let us see the Indian scene so far. The funding signifies this particular funding, what we have discussed about Open. Enthusiasm in the Indian startup ecosystem, which is the third largest according to the Economic Survey of 2021-22. India overtook the UK to reach to this spot after the US and China, obvious leaders, which added 487 and 301 unicorns respectively. Not only Open, the neobanking platform, is the 100th unicorn. It is the first from Kerala. Yes, the state is picking up now. 20th in the fintech sector. Now let us see the sector wise. In India's 100 unicorn have cumulatively valuation of 333 billion US dollars, that is, with Flipkart and Byju being the top two valued startups with 37.6 billion US dollars and 21 billion US dollars respectively. Yeah, we wanted to see the sector wise India's success story in unicorn so far. With 44 unicorns, we discussed that last year. All previous long term predictions were out of the window and new benchmarks and projections evolved. For instance, it was projected in 2019, that is 2019, the year, that India would have 100 unicorns by the end of 2025. And look at that. This expected trajectory was totally changed by the mass adoption for digital products and services by consumers and businesses together in the wake of the pandemic over the past 2 years. Even taking into account the growth during the pandemic for the digital systems, the revised expectation was by the end of 2022, we would be able to reach 100. But it has happened before the first half of 2022 itself. Marvelous, is it not? Now, the revised estimates is obviously 250 by the year 2025. The expectations are soaring with the past performance. Obviously, ye dil mange more. Already the government is proclaiming a target of 1,000 unicorns in the next 2 to 3 years. And the analysis so far, among the privately held, Flipkart and Byju's are leading. Obviously, we have seen that already. And among the publicly listed ones, Nykaa currently leads with 10.6 billion USD. Sector-wise, e-commerce leads with 23, fintech 20, the 20th one being Open on Monday, the last, and enterprise tech 17. And among the cities, you could guess easily, Bengaluru extends the unicorn dominance with 39 startups, the startup capital of India, that is Bengaluru. Not surprisingly, it is the home for the first unicorn of India, namely InMobi in 2011. We discussed that too. Delhi NCR is a distant second with 29, and Mumbai, the financial capital, with 15. The road ahead for the unicorns. Let's just peep into the future. The watershed year, that is 2021, that was, had 44 unicorns. We discussed that also. And 73 soonicorns. What is a soonicorn? It is a potential unicorn in future, in the very near future. That is why it is called soonicorn. Soon it is going to become unicorn. That is why it is soonicorn. More than any calendar year so far, that was 73. In 2021, we had 73 soonicorns. But 2022 so far has 14 unicorns. Picture isn't all that rosy, isn't it? Drop off in funding from 4.6 billion USD in January to 3.4 in March and 2.6 in April, the minimum in the recent past. Funding looks as if it is plateauing. Hyderabad, Pune, Chennai, I am sure you'll be hoping to hear the names of these cities. Hyderabad, Pune, and Chennai are emerging as rising startup hubs with 485% jump in its funding. And the other side of the coin, we have the edtech like Byju's, edtech unicorn Vedantu. You would have heard the name. You would have seen those edtech advertisement during the IPL matches. You have got Great Learning. You have got Byju's, which is the Indian sponsors, Indian team sponsors. And edtech unicorn Vedantu is laying off people. It is planning to lay off 200 of its employees to cut its costs. So it's a mixed bag so far in 2022. Sure, more needs to be done by the state governments, entrepreneurs to sustain the enthusiasm. For the moment, let us celebrate the century of unicorns for India. Till we meet again, bye bye, God bless, take care, friends.